Hello YouTubers, Husky Ninja here with my basics of EV training. EVs are your effort values when you're training your Pokemon. Now, my video is going to be concentrating on how to do your EV training in Pokemon X and Y, otherwise known to people as Generation 6. Now, your EVs are your effort values, and they're rather complicated, so much that I've had to make notes because of how complicated it is. And as I'm remembering off the top of my head of what all the things will do, then we have to go into the bag and search up the description of that item. Now, I have been training up 2 Pokemon using EV training, both of which I got through trades online. That as soon as I thought I'll try EV training them. Now, one was a Fennekin, which I didn't evolve till it was level 64. Now, I haven't wrote down all of its stats from before it was level 63. So bear with me, because my other Pokemon I've been EV training is a Ponyta, which is a Japanese one that I got level 1, and it's got Pokerus. Now the Fennekin doesn't have Pokerus, because I wanted to compare the two. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Fennekin, because it's fully evolved now as a Delphox. Sorry if I mispronounced any of the names of the Pokemon, but this is one of the stats where I was at level 63 and it's still a Fennekin. Its HP was 132. Its attack was 97. Defense was 105. Attack was 97. The defense was 105. Special attack was 77. Special defense was 88. The speed was 110. Now those are your EV stats. It's from your HP all the way to your speed are your EVs, which are your stats you have that you work individually on. We could work on as a group to raise those stats. But once it evolved, the stats went up even more when it became a Barraxin at level 64. HP went from 132 to 159. The attack went from 97 to 117. Defense went from 105 to 132. Special attack went from 77 to 111. Special speed went from 88 to 102. The speed itself went from 110 to 129. And it carried on getting better and better. And only yesterday I let it evolve fully to reach level 71. And as its stats went, it kept going up and up and up. And once it evolved into Delphox, its stats HP was 198, attack 143, special defense was 168, special attack was 153, special defense 155, speed 186. And those have gone up quite considerably now. And I'm still EV training it. And that is with a Pokemon which has an impish nature and its characteristics are alert to sound. And it doesn't have Pokerus at all. I've mainly been using the Power Belt, Power Bracer, and the Macho Brace to raise its stats as it levels up. So when it levels up once, then swap it for another one of them, the items, to help raise another stat. Now this is what you actually have to do in EV training, is swap them. Now, I will do a video of what these held items are that help with your stats. Now with my Ponyta, which has Pokerus, nature's adamant and its nature is mischievous. At level 1, its health was HP. At 12, its attack was at 7. Its defense was at 6. Special attack was at 5. Special defense was at 6, as was its speed was also at 6. When I got to level 7, its HP was 26, attack was 20, defense was 15, special attack was 14, special defense 16, and its speed went to 18 at level 7. Now it's at level 11. Here's where I can show you where it's like improved. Bear in mind, this Pokemon has Pokerus, which doubles all EVs you earn as you train it up. At level 11, its HP is at 35, attack is at 29, defense is at 22, which is, now I'm saying that that's at 22. That's what it should be for level 12 Ponyta. It shouldn't be that level, and it's at level 11. Now, its special attack's at 19, special defense is at 22, and its speed's at 25. Its speed is just 1 lower, but it should be for when it goes to level 12. Which, by the calculations, is going to be higher than that once I let it level up. And it's a rather long process of training up your Pokemon. Because you have to focus on what stats you want to improve. And here's a helpful tip I have. When you're leveling up your Pokemon, write down the name of Pokemon, if that's Pokerus or not, in brackets underneath it, and its nature and characteristics, and in like the column chart type of thing, write down like HP and all its stats and level on a piece of paper. As it levels up, you can keep track. Now, where you see it's blank from levels 8 to 10, that's where I went a bit wrong. By means of, I forgot my Ponyta was in my party. I thought it was my Delphox that I'm busy EV training. Only when I defeated a Pokemon that was level, I can't remember, level 60, it jumped 4 levels. And it didn't show the in-between stats, so I have no idea what stats were for levels 8, 9, or 10. So how it jumped. Meaning I couldn't swap its held item for when I was going to help with another stat to help me gain EVs in that. So bear this in mind when you're EV training. Do it gradually, so it goes up 1 level, so you can keep a better track of it, because otherwise you're going to be like, oh, what were its stats with those levels, and stuff. Now, it does actually, the reason I know its defense shouldn't be a level 22, but it'd be a level 11, is on the Cerebi website. To my A's find this, there's this EV IV calculator for those two. There's one for the generation 4, but against 4 X and Y. There's one that's just for Pokemon X and Y. I went for the one just for X and Y because that's what I'm EV training with. I entered its stats, like characteristics, name, level, and everything. And when I went to calculate the IVs, which are the individual values, it basically said it's inaccurate. And then in red along the bottom, it basically said that its defense shouldn't be 22 for level 11 Pokemon. So that's how I know that stat that should be for level 12 Pokemon. So when I moved it to level 12 and kept the same stats, that's how I found out that the special defense is, not special defense, the speed is 1 below what it should be for when it's level 12, naturally. This is when it's not EV trained, it calculates that. or EV training is going to be higher than that. So bear that in mind when you train your Pokemon. If you use these like EV/IV calculators that are on the internet, a lot of times it'll say like error, are you sure your information is correct? Especially on the Cerebi website, as your stats will be a lot higher than it's supposed to. And that gives you a good idea that you're doing it the right way for getting really strong Pokemon that are stronger than they should for the levels they're at. And this is my first video on my EV explanation. I can do another video next week explaining all the held items and wings and stuff do for your Pokemon. Explain a bit better what Pokerus is in a very basic form. So this is Husky Ninja signing off on my first Pokemon video.